Thank you.
Try that.
Can you hear us now? There should be like little green dots if there's getting audio into it. Oh,
Little
good.
green
So you
dots
should be able
all
to hear
over
us
the
now
night.
whenever the lag catches up.
Yeah.
So you might have noticed things have changed again since we already said that, but you couldn't hear us and you just saw us gesturing. We did say hi to you, Mikey, really likey, and Danny.
What we should do is just gesture using words that we're not using so that when people can't hear us, they think we're talking about one thing, but we're talking about something else.
Because we look way over here.
Yeah. Like we could talk about how
Look at the top of the TARDIS.
there's a light bulb on it.
Yeah, there's a light bulb. And it's pulsing, isn't it?
It is. I wish it was. It's not right now.
But it could. That's what's awesome. So can you hear us? Let us know in the comments, and then we can get started.
If you can hear us, hashtag
We can
Orange
hear
Couch.
you. Yes, I can. All right, make sure you share this with people and get lots of people going on the
Lots of people.
the peeps.
We want,
What does?
let's move. Let's move people. Let's be a people mover.
Are those comments on the page or on Twitter?
Both.
I see them on the page. Where are you looking?
It's not showing up.
Murray is
here.
producing for us tonight, so he's getting in trial by fire. So you might have to go to the page then. But I can see them also, if that helps. I just can't see the Twitter, unless you say something.
I'm already on it.
You were missed last week, Johnny 5, by
thank
Danny Ortiz.
I was missed by one person.
Yes! And we have 5 people watching now, so
Nice.
congratulations on that.
Keep it there. No more. Or 50 more. Either way.
That would be
Or
great.
Those are
That would be
but
pretty
nothing in
epic.
between. Nothing in between.
We have 55 people watching.
No big deal.
All right. Share that there. Okay. Are we close to ready? Are we? You got a shrug there. That's good enough for me. Let's turn the cameras on. See how we look in those things.
Shrug is for maybe.
Oh, as we mentioned before, if you want to reach us while we're filming, you can hashtag Geeks Corner or tweet at the Geeks Corner. Actually, do both, right?
You could also tweet at me.
Or tweet at DAPs little sis Oscar, who's been retweeting and stuff, so she's easy to find. Follow her. And you can also comment on the page that we're broadcasting on, and then I will actually see it at the computer also, and that's a great thing to do.
An ineffective way to try to reach us is to like stretch your arm toward the screen because it will
or
never
yelling
see
at the
camera.
screen doesn't work.
Yes, no. My grandma tries it all the time, and I can tell you from experience it never affects.
And even
Yeah,
though my little
anything.
brother is not watching right now, thank you for the shirt and for the cup, whatever it is, and the
Hey,
ticket
you crazy mug.
to go see Paul McCartney on Sunday. Because we're not going to talk about it on the air, but we can talk about it on this air.
Hey.
Amanda loves the couch.
Oh, good.
Sir.
I'm glad you like it. Isn't she at a baseball game?
No, Amanda Apps.
Oh, okay. She's watching from the baseball game?
That's dedication.
Tell the
yeah.
aliens we love
But
them.
Amanda actually was at
Hey, it's
Paul
7-2
McCartney
right
also
now.
on Sunday. Hey, Victor Kong is on also. Wizard Victor.
That was such a range of emotion in one sentence. I know who Victor is.
Well, he said hee-haw, so I got excited.
He said hee-haw?
Hee-haw homo sapiens. We're on a good start. So, yeah, let's do this thing.
Welcome to Johnny is Confused.
Yes, it's great.
I know hee-haw was a show, but I never watched it.
So Paul McCartney was awesome. Amanda was there. My friend Andrew was there.
Sir.
And a bunch of
Paul
other
McCartney.
people.
Bunch of people were
Right?
there.
Sir Paul. Yeah.
Sir.
Sir Paul
Get
McCartney.
it right. He might be watching.
Sure he is.
Hey, he might be watching.
There you go, Sir Paul.
1% is still a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
It's got a sequel then too.
I know. I actually want to see it too. Have you seen a preview for What is it? Dumb
and Dumber 2.
Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah.
Did you
Yes,
see the
I have.
preview?
I've seen a
Oh,
couple of the
I think
different
you're
types
with
of
me.
previews.
Never mind.
Yeah.
It looks really funny in a really horrible way.
We can't actually condone this movie on the air, but
This
We
is
wanna see
Geeks
it.
Corner Live. This isn't actually the real episode, so it's okay. All right, let's do the real
let's do
episode.
this.
All right, are we
Let's
ready?
look at what we're doing.
Focus.
Focus. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, let's start recording.
Is he ready?
Yeah, he'll do a countdown.
Yeah, but you can hit record on the sound first.
Right now.
Yeah, as soon as you
Sync
hit
or
record,
producer.
you can do his thing. I hate it when it does that little sign thing.
What is it saying?
Someday we have to
It's
figure that
saying
out.
something on that camera.
It's scary. Hee-haw, the next generation.
Are we ready?
And Danny Ortiz is watching from the airport. That's awesome. He's
Nice.
going
Where
to
are you
Disney World.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm going to Disney
Have
World.
fun. That'll be great. I want to go to Disney World.
Yay for red-eye flights.
That's the best. All right, let's really do this.
All right. All right, and here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
And I'm Johnny Five.
And why are you Johnny 5? Wait, welcome back. Why are you Johnny 5 tonight?
Because there were the 5 people on the team for the Guardians of the Galaxy, which we saw last night. It was awesome.
We saw it last night.
Yeah, remember we saw it last night, and then I came in and crashed on the TARDIS couch. Then I woke up and it was time for the show.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I'm having weird jet lag, and I don't know why.
First, you gotta learn how to drive.
Apparently. By the way, guys, hashtag TARDIS couch. Can we talk about?
I thought you wanted. What was your hashtag? Not
Oh,
TARDIS
hashtag
couch.
OMG couch.
OMG couch. That's what it is.
First time you see this episode, just tweet at the Geeks Corner hashtag OMG couch, and then a link to this video and nothing else.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
We've been working on this for months.
Ever since we moved into the studio,
Yeah.
that has been in
just
progress.
a project that
Mainly sitting over there that we look at every week because we're filming this, wishing it were over here. So finally this afternoon I had enough
Nowadays.
and pulled out the glue
courtesy
and the
of you and me and it's okay. Knocked his hat off.
It was a group project.
This
yeah.
is courtesy of you, me, and John.
Yeah.
And a lot of the painting, I think, was courtesy Oscar.
Mhm.
And
And
then
Annie.
detail painting was courtesy Annie.
Yeah.
And then this was courtesy FedEx. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Oh, and-
Haley got us the
the cushions
no,
Or
she
the
got
fabric?
us the fabric and then I glued it.
and
So
the
we'll see how
light.
that works.
The can you guys?
No, they can't see the light.
Oh, it's not in the frame.
It might be in the corner.
Can you? How they can see that it's lighting up though?
glowing?
There's a
Glowing.
functioning light on the top of the TARDIS couch, and that's courtesy of Ace Hardware.
There we
Who
go.
were very instrumental, and all the lumber courtesy of Home Depot. Like this was just a massive.
And
thing going
everywhere
on.
where we went, people helped us with
Yeah.
ideas of how
Yeah.
to do it, and so it just kept getting bigger and heavier throughout
Finding
the process.
finding the one nerd in Home Depot is the best thing. Just like, yeah, we're building a TARDIS couch, and one guy's like, oh, okay, well, here's your wood, and the next guy's like, what? That's awesome.
So
That
now I have
guy's
to go
cool.
find him again,
Right?
right? Tell him it's
And
actually in the air.
Here's the link. Go look. Yeah.
4
Anyway,
months later. So
5 reasons.
moving right along.
We need to budget more time for the 5 reasons.
No, we don't.
Forever. Yeah.
So there was a picture that went up on the internet this last week that showed Chris Pratt. Do you know who that is?
Was he Guardians of the Galaxy?
Star Lord.
Star-Lord, and
Yeah.
he was Emmett.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, he had no other career up until those 2 movies.
Well, he was in what's the thing he's in?
Is he the guy who popularized when like you pretend to fall, but you do it safely,
he's
like
in
the
the
prat
TV
fall?
show. What is he?
Parks and Recreation.
He's in Parks and Recreation.
Okay,
That's
yes,
what it is.
yes,
Thank you.
I did hear about that.
So anyway, somebody photoshopped his face onto an Indiana Jones picture, and it looked awesome. And so the question then became, would he make a good Indiana Jones for the next Indiana Jones? Because you have to assume at some point Disney's going to reboot it.
You have to.
Reboot it.
Wow.
Reboot.
Reboot. Reboot.
Mhm.
I don't know, because he plays the everyman really well, and I don't think Indiana Jones is an everyman.
I think he can do it.
I think he could do it.
Here's
It would be
my
a very
here's my
weird
logic
departure for
jump
him.
is Star-Lord was a lot like Han Solo. Harrison Ford, Han Solo.
What? He played Han Solo too?
Wow! So you can make the quick jump over. And really, like, if
Hee-haw
you
Han
take
Solo.
it from Parks and Recreation to Guardians of the Galaxy, completely different character. So I think the guy can. He's kind of a sloth. Like, he sits on the couch and he plays video games and really doesn't do a whole lot.
To
Isn't
be
that right?
fair, would that not be who Star-Lord was if he never was Star-Lord?
No, because he was still going and stealing stuff and had his missions and had his computer. turned
I would
on.
say I think the actor could do it. I think it would take a while for audiences to be okay with it.
Well,
Is that fair?
judging from the reaction to my article, I would disagree.
All right.
Because most people jumped on board with it. But who would you pick instead?
I'd go with someone who could pull off more of the like rugged adventurer, someone like Tobey Maguire or Zac Efron. I'd go for. I'm totally kidding, guys. Do not send me hate mail. No, I don't have a better pick. Bradley Cooper was one that was thrown around a while ago, I think. I don't know that I would pick him more or less. I don't know. Really don't.
Okay.
I don't spend my nights thinking who should play Han Solo or Indiana Jones. Indiana Solo. I don't know.
Well, it's a good question. I agree.
It is a good question.
I am
just haven't
seeing in
pondered
the
it.
comments that people are used to Harrison Ford. Completely agree.
What about Dennis Quaid? Because I confuse those two all the time. They look similar. Like when they're not in.
Here's the other thing with
Action films.
Chris Pratt is: have you seen any of the pictures of him from Jurassic World? He's
None.
definitely moving towards that rugged,
Action hero.
comedic action hero. Is what I'm
Okay.
gonna say.
Brendan Fraser. It was
Wow,
the
we're
Mummy.
just
He did a
crashing
great job in
on
the
that,
Mummy.
No, I can't even stand watching him.
Anywho.
All right, seriously though, in the comments, let us know who you think should be the next Indiana Jones, because it's inevitable. I think. I would like to see Harrison Ford do a movie or two more.
Yeah.
Just as long as you can hold on to him, do it, and then you can go back in time and reboot the series. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Do an alternate universe thing?
Sure.
Have young Indiana Jones like
Save the
Skype
Morgans.
with old Indiana Jones through the time warp thing.
I think he'd use ham radio.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Big Hero 6 is coming to the parks.
Yeah, what does
Where
that
do you think it
mean?
should go? How?
Interventions. It should go in. It should go in Interventions, and it should replace the Osimo.
See, and I totally thought they're going to put it in the Stargate.
What is coming? What is Big Hero 6? Like when you
It's
say
a
it,
movie.
okay, no, it's not based on the comic
Baymax
book.
and Hero are coming too.
Okay,
So
it's
it's
a
the
meet
boy
and greet, it's
and
character.
the big giant robot. Right?
Yeah, I could see it in the meet and greet that was in the Starcade for Wreck-It Ralph.
That's kind of where I
That
think they'll
location.
put it.
Yeah.
That would be my hunch. But in a perfect world, they would do it up above there, in that big area that's been empty for years,
with
Yeah.
the X-wing.
and then make it like an immersive thing where you go through the
San
villain's lair,
Francisco.
and then you finally, Can you say that fast?
San Francisco.
Good job.
Yeah.
I can't. But I'd like to see it up there or somewhere new.
Sounds good.
You don't know
Or-
anything about this, do
I
you?
know nothing about this. Or put it in Toontown in Chippendale's Treehouse, also in the upstairs.
Absolutely. How about Star Wars instead?
Star Wars.
So they
That's
announced,
a movie.
Did you hear that Bob Iger announced that Star Wars is going to have a much bigger presence in the park next
Nope.
week? Okay. So Star Wars is going to have a much bigger presence in the park next year. They're going to announce it.
I was about to say
And,
next week sounds like
I
such a
wish
limited
next
thing,
week.
right?
So-
Want it now, Iger.
If the sky is the limit, where do you add Star Wars?
Or is the Skywalker the limit?
That's not the question. You're getting size from all of the staff.
All of them. If the sky's the limit.
What would you like to see? What would you like to?
Well, okay. From the beginning, I've always wanted to see at least like half of Star Tours be the old Star Tours,
I think that'd be
where you
cool. Or
have
just
that option.
one thing, but that's looking
Yeah,
back. How
That's
about
looking back. Looking
forward.
Forward.
Because I could see them using the space above Tomorrowland, kind of where the People Mover was,
Okay.
rip it
Mhm.
completely out and make something entirely new.
Using the
That's
same
much faster.
route, if not the same track.
Well, I think they're going to have to redo the track, whatever they do, because
Yeah.
it's been sitting there forever, and I just can't imagine that being safe.
Can we take out Autopia? Is it time for
Sure,
us
you
to
can
take
do
out
whatever
Autopia?
you want. This is
Let's
Blue
take out
sky.
Autopia.
take out Utopia.
Out of it.
Put one there.
And if you wanted a fast ride, you do kind of, and I might have Murray check me on this. There's a Pony Express ride at Knott's where you're like riding on a thing. Do that, but with the speeders in
I can see that.
in Endor,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
you kind
okay.
of have that area.
How does it keep you on?
Well, it's a seatbelt.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's harnesses.
harness, but you're
I haven't been to
mostly
Knott's
like
in over
riding a
20 years.
motorcycle kind of thing. So
Okay.
I wanted to, like that would be a fast ride.
Well, why couldn't you do that up above?
Because
that
you want
would
to do the
just
trees.
totally
You want
be
to do the
free.
tree stuff.
No, through the trees.
Oh, well, you could, but then it would be like trees indoor and like dark ride, and that's okay, I guess. But if you can do real trees around the
Okay.
lake thing, that'd be cool too.
That'd be
I
cool.
don't know. You can. I don't know if it's time to take out Finding Nemo, but you could do a thing in there. I'm just saying, if the sky's the limit.
Yeah, you could just change the submarines to make them that thing from episode 1 that they go underwater with
Cause I
I
wasn't a fan of much in episode 1, but that
and
sequence
they
was
get
kind of
attacked.
cool.
It's the same thing.
And they go
that's in
through the planet's liquid core, which apparently is cold in that world. instead
Victor
of,
Kong
like,
on the live stream is saying turn Tarkin's treehouse into Jar Jar Binks' summer tree home.
Is there a way to kick people off of the live stream?
No, but
Are you
that's
sure?
really
Can we
funny.
look into that?
Couldn't be any worse than Tarzan's treehouse, could it?
true.
Yeah, it would be. I'd like to see a simulator that is.
They should make a simulator for Star Wars. We should find a
No.
go for it.
No, that isn't just the screen in front, but is more. You never watched Star Trek: The Experience, did you? Remember the one where you're in the shuttlecraft and it was like a mix between
And it-
the
and it opened
shuttlecraft
up
and
and
it was like in.
Back to the Future.
Well, it reminded me
virtual.
of Soaring Over California. 'Cause
Yeah.
you had the dome, and,
But
so,
it's an inverted dome. It's
and it
not
was
new.
throwing you around everywhere. And I would like to see
I was thinking more
get
like
rid of Star Tours and put that kind of Star Tours in.
I was thinking like the Borg, where you have the person on the thing and then they get taken off.
Ooh,
Or like beamed
totally
out.
immersive,
Yeah.
and you have to escape the Death Star.
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
See?
Yeah,
Call us, Disney.
exactly.
We get these ideas. Yeah.
And you could do themed meals with that too,
Right?
because you could be eating and have.
You could eat sliced sandworm or something.
Well, you could eat in the cantina.
Yeah.
And you could have all the immersive
I
stuff.
can just see like the neon sign, the Sarlacc pit. The Sarlacc pit.
Here's what it feels like to be digested.
Gross.
If you have any other real Star Wars ideas, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think they should do. I'd like to see more immersive stuff that's not projection. Like if they're going to do projection, I want to see it on a much bigger scale than just a screen.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see some unique ideas. I think I would prefer it being the original trilogy and the new trilogy, and not so much of the prequels. But that's just me. So now,
Got weird ideas.
Huh?
I got one weird idea for
Go
you.
for it.
Do you remember the old school put in a quarter? You can control a jungle crew, but you have tens of like an arena, and everyone over there is the Empire, and everyone over there is the Rebellion, and you're controlling like AT-ATs and
That'd be fun.
like X-wings and
Would
stuff
it be
like that.
would it be a projected thing, holographic thing, or would it be?
I'm thinking
like
like
actual
big
little
physical
robots?
things. Yeah,
That'd be kinda
like
cool.
they're on like a little wheel
Mhm.
thing that drives them, but they're articulated.
Yeah.
But they're not like trying to stand up because everyone else.
So the
is
other
falling.
option we didn't even talk about is what if they just put it where like Toy Story lot is, and they just made a Star Wars theme park. You could have like Star Wars parades, and because
You can park in Luke.
there's
Leia.
pretty much now a parade in every Star Wars movie
Yeah, there is.
at some point. Like some of them were funerals, but
You do what you can.
but they went right down with the movie, so it was okay.
Porkins.
They should have a Porkins area.
Porkins hot dogs.
Porkins beans.
Yeah.
Oh.
It'd be fantastic. Yeah.
We have another topic. Let's move on. Let's find something to move on to.
Next topic is sad.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So yesterday, you wanted to move on.
I did.
Robin Williams died at 63 years old,
Mhm.
and it turns out he hung himself with a belt, and so we thought it would be a good time to talk about our favorite Robin Williams moments, movies, all of that kind of stuff. Do you want to lead off?
For me, it's all about Mrs. Doubtfire and Hook
Mhm.
are two of my absolute favorite just movies of all time. Plus, like within the Robin Williams canon. What?
You can't read comments while we're
I
talking
can't.
about this.
What? Okay, go for it.
Meet and greet Ewoks, except all you really do is dress up the Frontierland goats as teddy bears.
Creepy guys. Goats are real creepy. Goat
Thank you,
Simulator is coming to
Victor.
iPhone. Anyway,
back to
Yes.
Robin Williams. I won't look at this anymore.
Please don't.
Okay,
Get that
let's go
out.
on.
So your favorite. Oh, also, favorite Robin Williams moment is him showing up on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh yeah, that
Yes.
was
That was
yeah,
just epic on every level. So.
that was fantastic. I think Hook is definitely really far up there.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of a favorite moment. I actually really like the end of Hook when he's climbing back up and he's trying to get back into the house, and he's still a little bit of Peter Pan, and he's a little bit of Peter Panning as he's re-entering the family world. That one's fantastic.
I don't think I remember. I need to go back and watch Hook again. I haven't seen it in
It's
years.
on Netflix and
I know.
Hulu, so
I
you
will
should
go.
be fine.
I'll do it tonight while I'm editing this.
I think it would be remiss if we didn't bring up Aladdin, because
Oh,
yeah.
I don't think
Mhm.
Aladdin would be anything without, actually wouldn't have been anything without Robin Williams, because he's the one that really brought it to life and took a normal Disney movie and really elevated it and added a lot of energy and humor.
Just
And,
off the wall
heart.
improv. Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
On the spot.
and then just he was always helping people from what I hear in charities and all of that stuff too. So it's sad to see a guy struggle that much who brings so much happiness to so many people, and so our hats go off to them and all of his family and
Can we
friends.
actually-
That are,
Not just say it, but do it. Well, come on.
no,
But
But,
that goes off for no fun, but metaphorically speaking.
yeah, but yeah, it's really a loss, I think. And as I'm speaking, I also think of Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
Love that
Mhm.
one.
Yeah.
That one was definitely instrumental too. And really, we do a lot with puppets and voices and stuff like that. And really, you can trace a lot of those origins to Good Morning Vietnam and Mrs. Doubtfire when he has those segments where he's just playing. And I think
I don't
everybody.
think Ted has anything to do with
you'd be
Mrs. Doubtfire.
You'd be surprised.
Put those two voices in your head for a second. No idea.
But you'd watch him play, and it was inspiring. And you watch all of the tributes out there, and there's a whole generation of comedians that really were following his lead and all of that stuff. Go
I
ahead.
believe Josh Gad's performance as Olaf was inspired by Robin Williams' performance as
Yes,
Genie.
was.
That is
Yes.
true.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
we even have new generations of Disney being inspired by Robin Williams.
Yeah, and that's really pretty impressive as well. We'd love to hear your favorite moments, your favorite movies, your favorite clips, whatever it is. It's a good time to share those things and think of the happy stuff and not the not so good stuff, because a bad ending doesn't mean it was a bad journey. So hopefully some good comes out of this, and hopefully help some other people along the way in the future as well. Anything else?
I think that very adequately
Perfect.
wraps it up. Yes.
So we're going to end as we ended last week, but seemed to go over pretty well. At looking around the parks, what's coming up at Disneyland Resort. We're not going to try to do all those other parks because there's too much. So on Thursday, August 14th, you can start buying your D23 Expo tickets and spend a lot of money. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah. Do you want to go rapid fire back and forth?
Sure.
Cool.
Do it.
August 15th, final day of 2014 Disneyland All-American College Band.
And I believe Murray and I will be there for sure. And
So if you go see them, you will see them.
exactly.
Them. These,
Yes.
These two with the two.
Mm-hmm. Labor Day weekend is the Disneyland Half Marathon, so it will be insanely busy that weekend. So just be aware.
Also, it's a holiday weekend, so it'll be
Mhm.
busy. September 12th is Dapper Day. Didn't
Don't
we
miss
just do that? We just did
there's
one.
two of them.
Why? Why isn't
People-
Dapper Day every day? Why do
People
we
like
make
to
this a
be
different thing?
dapper. Also on that day is Halloween time beginning at Disneyland. Parties will start a few weeks later. You can get your tickets, and that's always a fun thing, I guess, at Disneyland.
And also on that day, but a month later, October 12th is the Chalk Walk.
That wouldn't be that day, but
No,
yes.
it would be just a month later. For the same day, like 30 days later.
And we do have a team for DAPs Magic, so check it out, join it. I know we've
Get
got
a
a few
silly
people
hat.
walking already. Wear a silly hat. If you want to, wear a bow tie. You can get them on the website, dapsmagic.com, and then click on the picture of me in a bow tie. And
All the pictures are of you in a bow tie.
well, there's the one in the side icon, or the side widget area.
So click the
and-
side bow tie, not the middle bow tie or the top bow tie.
But you'll see, it says Haley the Hatter, and she makes every one of them by hand, and they're fantastic, and they are fit to each individual neck. So that's all we've got for you that's coming up. We will look further on into the future next week. Take a moment to subscribe, to share, to comment, all of that fun stuff. Find us on Facebook. And
if you're not, subscribe also to the Primordial Penguins channel, because there's a lot of stuff going up on that as well.
We got some new stuff going up on that, and that's exciting as well. So with that, I think that is about all the time we have for this week. So we'll see you around the corner. Geek out. And now for anybody that's still on the web stream, are we still on? We're good? Are we still streaming? All right. Great. If you have any questions, we can answer those now as we hop back over.
I've got a question for you.
Fire away.
Because you were talking about bow ties.
Bow ties.
That the Haley the Hatter creates.
She does.
Did you know that Hot Topic is stepping on her turf?
Those aren't free stuff.
I know, but they're starting to do the Disney-inspired bow tie.
Yeah, they're cheating.
Yeah, they're definitely cheating, and they're stealing our ideas. So make sure you get an officially licensed Haley the Hatter bow tie, fit to each individual neck, not some pre-made, dare I say, mainstream Disney bow ties at Hot Topic, because Hot Topic has turned mainstream.
Victor would like you to sing Jedi Rocks.
Huh?
Victor said, Johnny, sing Jedi Rocks.
Was that like a candy that you should not drink with Diet Coke? or was that the theme song to the Star Wars episode of the Drew Carey Show? Jedi Rocks, Jedi Rocks.
Victor, why don't you sing it as a reply to this video?
Yes.
And then next
I
week
don't
he
know
will sing it
Jedi
on our
Rocks.
live stream.
I know the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins.
Which I think we're going to do Tuesday night again next week, right?
Are we?
Mhm.
Okay.
So that we have everything in one evening. We talked about it like 3 months ago.
I know, but we haven't done anything about it
Okay.
yet.
We might.
We'll see. We'll tweet. We shall tweet.
We are glad that you're back, Mike. You really like Ian.
Yeah, we missed you.
Glad you know.
You're an integral part of this live stream
And hopefully
experience.
Danny's having a good flight. He had to leave halfway through the live stream, so
They're pre-boarding. You don't have to go now.
just carry
You
the
can be
phone
the
with
last
you.
guy on the plane. You're still going to get the same
JetBlue
seat.
has Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You weren't even
Right.
trying, Danny Ortiz.
Okay. All right. We got anything else? No questions?
I didn't have anything when we started. What are you talking about?
All right. All right. We can sign off. We'll see you all next week on either Monday or Tuesday night, but it will be at 9:30. We do know that, so we'll see you
It'll
later.
be on the same day, just a day different.